All right, everybody, it has been announced. That's what I was waiting for. I was literally waiting. I thought, okay, if I put this for 115, they're going to give us some, some notification of what's going on. And I kept waiting, and I thought, oh, by 115, we're going to get it. And perfect timing. It looks like we just got confirmation because FanDuel just opened this up. Odds are almost even, guys. I'm going to DraftKings right now to see what they have it as. And so I messaged immediately when I seen the 7.5 pounds. I messaged Ian Brewster, a friend that's been on here, used to be the CFO of W1 MMA over in Canada. That was their biggest mixed martial arts league over there in Canada. And I told him, and I said, why don't they just do this? Why don't they just do Nate versus Tony, Kevin versus Chimaev, and then Jingling versus Daniel Rodriguez? The one thing I hadn't thought about is now this does put Jingling at a disadvantage. So I don't know if they end up doing that one, because then he ends up being 8 pounds off. After rehydrating and things, though, I'm assuming that Jingling and D-Rod are much closer in weight to each other than Chimaev and Diaz would have been. I'm thinking much, much closer. And I mean, Chimaev, he came in looking great, which is a bad thing, because he didn't come in looking like he just cut weight. He looked like he was, he was ready to fight right then. Like, let's go. And even after he weighed, I was talking to Robert Kerrigan and the Drunken Charge, and Robert pointed out at first, he said, not bad. As soon as Chimaev stepped on the scale, he said, not bad. And obviously, I mean, if you're that far off of weight, there's a few interesting things that I pulled off Twitter that I'll kind of put up here in a slideshow here in a minute, or just put it on the capture for you guys to see. Somebody that was out having dinner last night and supposedly took pictures of with her. She took pictures with Chimaev at a restaurant late last night. So I don't know how much he was trying to cut the weight. I don't know what his walk-around weight is, to be honest. But, man, this is... to be honest, I think this is fucking awesome. I think this is... I mean, is there a better fight to make in the UFC than Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson? Holy jeez. I mean, that's the damn fight. So we are on subscriber-only mode, guys. That's because we're 20 subscribers away from 7,000. So I'm hoping we break that 20 subscriber mode this weekend. It's going to be subscriber mode throughout the weekend. I know you guys are regulars. You're all subscribed. Anybody who tunes into the live fight companion tomorrow, if you're not subscribed, you won't be able to chat. We don't charge anything for the channel. We put a lot of work into this. We don't require any donations or anything. But that's the deal. If you want to chat today and tomorrow, it's going to be subscriber only mode. We're hoping to hit that 7,000 mark. To be honest, a couple of years ago, I didn't think it would take us quite this long to hit 7,000, but You know, it's a mark. And I like it. What's up, Torn Brown in the house? Reeves Rollers. Bo 305s. What's up, guys? With a crazy couple of days. Any ideas on what we'll have in store for weigh-ins? Nate, Tony, Holland, Boers, Leach versus D-Rod. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, Bo. It looks like Diaz versus Ferguson. I've seen several sources looking like they're saying it's confirmed. I'm not confirming it myself because I haven't seen it from ESPN, from the UFC. I said I was just going to check DraftKings, and then apparently I got distracted, so I'm going to see what fight they have down there. Yeah, they still have Nate Diaz and Chimaev. They have Chimaev at -900. They have Nate at +625. They still have Jingling and Tony going. And they still have Holland and Rodriguez. So, on their site, you know, that's the current thing. But I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Tony versus Nate is confirmed. I don't see how that doesn't make a world of sense. Wonder what's taking the UFC so long to make the replacements. They may wait until the ceremonial weigh-ins tonight. Joe Rogan will come out. They'll do the ceremonial weigh-ins tonight. Actually, 4 p.m. Pacific for those that are wanting to watch it. It's about 2.5 hours away. I really think that that's going to be big. Probably going to be the most people that they've ever had for a ceremonial weigh-in, I would imagine. Reeves says, business, bro. It's a lot of crazy things that happen at once. And there's a lot of speculation of, you know, was this all planned from the beginning? I don't think it was planned from the get-go. A lot of people may have known what was going on after last night, where they canceled the press conference. Apparently, Kevin Holland was telling Chimaev that he was going to manscape his beard. And then Chimaev front kicked Holland in the chest. I know the Diaz camp was throwing some water bottles, as they like to do. Just a wild night. I heard rumors that it spilled into a restaurant afterwards. I have not been able to find any footage of that. Isaiah says Nate versus Tony just confirmed. Dana's feeding Chimaev too much shepherd pie. What's up, Chima? Yeah, I seen on Dana's Twitter. He had for his Fuck-Off Friday, he had shepherd's pie listed, so that was pretty hilarious. Have a nice weekend, fella. Reeves Rollers with the super chat. Thank you, sir, especially since my Octastream box went out not that long ago, so I'm going to be, dropping the $80. So was it $75, $80 in tax for the pay-per-view tomorrow for everybody that's not able to pay through, so I appreciate any donations we can get. If you're not able to donate here right now, of course we'll be on tomorrow night. But also don't forget, guys, there's always on any of our videos throughout the week now, you can do what's called the super thanks. And so you can donate immediately. As little as 99 cents. So Reeves Rollers, thank you for the donation. Got the $2 up on the board. I don't have all my icons and stuff yet. I got to reset everything for tomorrow's show. OBS just had a great update, actually. It fixed a lot of bugs and it's running a lot smoother already. I just took that update at like 1:14. I pulled up OBS and literally a minute before I was supposed to go on, they had an update. Holland posted saying he would take the Hosma fight if offered, only if 5-round main event. I don't think that's going to happen because, well, Nate's he's going to get pay-per-view points either way. Nate's getting pay-per-view points. He's getting main event status money. He's going to walk out of here with at least a couple $1 million. So Nate's one of the smartest businessmen in the UFC. A lot of people think he's dumb, and he may not be like the most book-smart guy and everything, but I mean, he knows how to talk business. He knows what he's got now. He built it up. You know, the Diaz brothers, he knows the fan base. He knows how much the UFC needs him. And it's like, hey, you're not going to take advantage of me. You're going to pay me what I'm worth. Of course, I said that would be cool, Robert. Then that post was deleted. Oh, I wonder if somebody said something to him. Ha ha. Yeah, man, crazy turn of events for this card. For the best, in my opinion, both fighters don't deserve young killers in their primes. Nate versus Tony would be awesome. I said it was the biggest fuck up that could ever happen. Yeah, Nate versus Tony. I want to see that fight just about as much as any fight in the UFC. I don't mind Holland not taking Khamzat either, to be honest. I like the D-Rod matchup for Holland right now. I mean, that's a good one. I don't want to not see Chimaev fight either, though. I am looking forward to seeing Chimaev fight tonight. So I hope they have an opponent for him. Dustin Poirier threw his name in there for anything. He says he's within driving distance. He says, I'll fight Nate. I'll fight Chimaev. I'll fight whoever it is you need me to fight. Of course, he already has a fight signed with Justin Gaethje. In my opinion, Nate would be the easier fight than Gaethje. But stylistically, I think that Dustin would match up really well with Nate. Not so well with Chimaev. But Robert says, most Twitter and Instagram, YouTube posts are being deleted. UFC doing damage control. Really? Oh, wow. Oh, like of the video of the press conference? Yeah, I have seen that. Khamzat missed weight because of Till. Till wouldn't stop feeding Khamzat his meat stick. That's pretty good, Josiah. That's hilarious, man. Guess we won't find out until ceremonial weigh-ins. It's a great opportunity for Nate to re-sign. Get the Chimaev fight back. That's not bad, too, either, Carissa Chimaev. Did anybody watch the Nate Diaz interview on ESPN just a few days ago? I think it was 3 or 4 days ago. This whole time, Nate's been saying he wants this fight. He wants to fight. And, you know, win or lose, right off into the sunset with a big FU and go jump into boxing or whatever it is. Then in this interview, if you guys have not seen this interview, Nate's saying he wants to be with the UFC for 10, 15 more years, which is obviously completely ridiculous because he would be almost 50 years old at the end of 15 years. But he says he wants to fight for the UFC for a long time now. I don't know if this is Nate being Nate. I don't know if it's missed signals. I don't know if him and, you know, maybe him and Dana sat down and had a great conversation. Maybe somehow they worked it out. You know, money heals all wounds. Or most of them anyways. What's up, Sam Bruns? Is it possible the original fight still happens? I don't see it happening. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's still on the books. That's the fight that's still on the books. So it's still technically the fight that's scheduled. So, yeah, you never know. You know, you really never know. But we're going to take some calls for anybody that's got maybe any other ideas. If you've been over on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, and, you know, maybe you think you've found something that we haven't. There's a call in, 425-791-8730 for here on Fights of Friends. Got a lot of money on Nate early. Nice. Chimaev versus Holland would be fire. Think Nate still fights Khamzat to stand up for his gangster ego. And he might. And he might. Will that even be sanctioned? Me and you were talking about this on the phone earlier, Robert. You know, will that be sanctioned, being that it's in Vegas? I mean, probably. That's a big weight miss. And I think it was just a telltale sign. I don't think it was any coincidence that Kevin Holland pissed off Chimaev last night. Was talking about shaving his beard off, the whole Manscaped thing. Then Chimaev kicks Holland in the chest. And now all of a sudden the next day, Chimaev, before he even steps on the scale, dude's got a shitting and green from one side to the other. Obviously he knows he's very heavy. Steps on the scale, weighs in the exact same weight as the catch weight that Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez agreed on. I really don't think that's coincidence, guys. I really don't. Chimaev versus Holland would be fire. What's up, PBR Street Gang in the house? Good to see you, my man. I think PBR says at work, or I would call in, and I won $250 on Robert last fight card. Nice. Always good to hear when you guys win some money. So I'm just going to put up, I guess, my own Twitter feed here in a minute, because I kind of just started retweeting some things that I wanted to talk about in the live stream. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. And then, we'll look at the card for tomorrow. Hopefully get some of your guys' predictions. I'll give you some of my predictions for... of course, we don't even know for sure what fights are going to be happening tomorrow, but... let's get this up here. This is just my Twitter feed, but I'll show you because I'm putting it on here because I retweeted the stuff I wanted to talk about on here. Ultimate thing Nate can do is say F Dana in the UFC. Harvey says, I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, that's it. It's too easy of a coincidence for me. So here's the thing. Also, as people have talked about, I believe Nate probably could just walk away. There is no reason. He does not have to take a fight against somebody that's 7.5 pounds heavier. I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume that his contract has something that, you showed up at the weigh-in, you showed up for the fight, you were ready, your opponent wasn't. If you weren't out of your contract now, you're out. I think that's the way things would work. I'm not positive on that, though. If anybody knows anything I don't, you can give me some clarification on this. But I said I'd retweet it because somebody, Alan Joban here on Twitter, says just trained with Dustin Poirier. He's on weight and down to work with the UFC. Even has wheels, little airplane emoji on standby. I say give the man a chance, hashtag UFC 279. Now, who would he fight? Would Dustin fight Nate? Would he fight Chimaev? Would he fight Holland? Would he fight, possibly, most likely he would fight D-Rod. Because if he hasn't cut weight, he's going to come in close to what Daniel Rodriguez is, that catch weight of 178. Ling Jingli, he would be doing the same thing that they're asking of Diaz if he was to take the fight with D-Rod. So I'm not sure that makes a whole lot more sense. I would not be surprised if Dustin Poirier stepped on a scale right now, though, and he was within a couple pounds of 178. And if they were working some things behind the scenes after the press conference last night, maybe they gave Dustin a call. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. There's a lot of things up in the air right now. We're still on. I'm calling 20 minutes. All right, sounds good, PBR. Chimaev says I'm working too. I figured a lot of people were probably working, but I really wanted to share this with you guys and talk about it. Yeah, if it's a sunrise clause I was hearing, and I think anything over 7 pounds, commission can call off. Yeah, I remember something about that too, Isaiah. If anything, he's going to be given, I believe it's 50% of his purse to Nate. It's either 40 or 50%. Torrin says, I hope they're doing Tony Ferguson. Dude, that's the fight I want to see, man. Nate and Ferguson. Yeah, Nate and Dustin would be awesome too, but dude, Nate and Tony is the fight in my opinion. Nuka Cola, what's up, man? Says, oh, I'm 1,000% sure Dana has a scum promoter clause in all contracts. I don't think Dana's wallet could cut Nate loose free and clear. Yeah, you never know, man. That's a good point. PBR Street Gang says, can I get a little good vibrations from the Fights of Friends family? Work is really getting me down, and I so wish I could just be rich and not have to deal with bad folks. Hey, good vibrations your way, man. You're a hard-working dude and always help support the channel. So I hope things can go better for you there. If you need me to smack anybody around, just give me a word. So Phil D. Rolls, so I'm working. And he says the fight is officially off on a good buzz. Negotiations with Ferguson are underway. That would be beautiful. Why they keep saying Ferguson be Diaz is official when it's not. Not official yet, but they are negotiating. I don't know who's saying it's official. That's why I was saying I have not seen anything official. I haven't seen anything from UFC, ESPN, Ariel Helwani, the usuals, or anybody that's fighting. So that's why I haven't officially announced that. But I know people have been saying it's official. Keep on trucking, PBR. Keep on trucking, dude. Thank you, Phil. They are no longer negotiating for that fight to happen. For Diaz versus Khamzat. That makes sense. PBR, although work it can be BS some days, just know those you hope are counting you and appreciate the work you do. I'm sure they do. This PBR is an awesome dude. I'm taking a guff off those swine. That's right. What's up, John Mackey? Says, I'm happy with it. Whoever wins between Nate and Tony. Just happy to see them fight, hopefully. Good vibes from Scotland, bro. All right, yeah, good vibes to you, PBR from Scotland. And shout out to Scotland for keeping an eye out. I haven't seen anything official. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers, Phil. Good to see you, my man. And so I'm going to keep scrolling down this timeline here real quick. There's been several fan-made posters. I mean, not just before this. For a long time, people have been wanting Nate versus Tony. That's a fight I think that I can't see any fans not wanting to see it. Tony fights Diaz. Who are you picking? Oh, man. I'd have to think about that, dude. That is such a toss-up. I don't know. Diaz is slightly younger. He's got a little better both those guys are built for 5 rounds. Man, I'd have to think about that in a little bit, I think, Torn. Hopefully if Tony fights Diaz and beats him, hopefully they will make Tony versus McGregor afterwards. That'd be great, Torrance. Nate out of his UFC contract, technically, since he showed up and made weight. If he doesn't wind up fighting. What's up, Aaron True? Good to see you, my man. I haven't seen you in a while. That's what I was speculating. I don't know officially. And here's the thing is why most people don't know is every contract with the UFC is different. And Nate's is one of those that has a lot of differences in it. More than most contracts, maybe more than any contract, to be honest. Since they don't have collective bargaining agreements, they don't have unions and things like that, there's kind of a template contract. And there's those guys that, when they come from Contender Series or Ultimate Fighter, most of those guys are on a standard 12-12 contract. Then if they win, they're 15-15. Then I think it might go up to 20-20 and so on. You make more money as you win, and then you hope to re-sign a bigger contract before you take on bigger names, kind of like Sean O'Malley did. Which, honestly, I don't criticize him for that at all, for the record. Shima says, Diaz Army. Yes, I'm going Diaz Army. Although against Tony, man. I love both those guys. Hello, Aaron Torrance says, Mike, are you serious, man? Diaz only younger by 1 year. Diaz is 37, Ferguson 38. Yeah, they are basically the same age. I was thinking Diaz was like 35 for some reason. I didn't know Diaz was 37. So I was off on that one. So maybe that's why. But I don't know, man. That's a crazy fight. John Mack says, I honestly don't know who would win, Nate and Tony, and don't care who wins. Love them both. Hope it's a 5-rounder. Oh, it'd have to be a 5-rounder. And I mean, Nate and Nick have both done 5-round co-main events, even if it ends up being the co-main. We're likely, sounds to me, I think we're likely to get 2 5-round fights. But there's still a lot to be decided. Funny thing is, I don't think Nate would Stockton slap Tony out of respect. Saying that it's shit, we ain't going to see Nate Stockton slap Khamzat. Yeah, I don't think he would disrespect. I think he'd have a lot of respect for Tony. I imagine both those guys have a lot of respect for each other because they're just fucking warriors. So this is just MMA Club. They'd made kind of like a fan-made poster, and this was first thing that came to mind for me. Was not necessarily in this order. You can put Ferguson Diaz as the main, but Holland Chimaev, Ferguson versus Diaz, and Jingling versus D-Rod. As I mentioned, it sounds like Dustin Poirier's thrown his name into the hat. I don't know how that would work out. There's rumors, and there's so many rumors flying around out there right now. And I think probably the majority of them are just people blowing smoke and speculating. But somebody had mentioned that Kevin Holland said he would only take the Chimaev fight if it was a 5-rounder. He may have. I've never heard Kevin demand anything, though. He's really a company guy. I think it would be 5 rounds either way. What's up, Ryan Holiday? Says, is Khamzat injured? What would he have to gain by purposely missing weight? Cut to 170 pounds on 10 days' notice? Just saying. Well, the fact that he got on 10 days' notice is what makes me kind of think that maybe he did do it on purpose. And I don't know. Just one of the big things that I thought after putting everything together and hearing the spill out between him and Holland was I was like, look, okay, this seems really weird that Chimaev, he came in with a grin on his face at the exact same weight that Holland was supposed to fight in the catch weight against D-Rod. So I think after all the things, after Holland insulted Chimaev, he thought he insulted him, said he's going to manscape his beard. He kicks Holland in the chest. I think then possibly, obviously everything's speculation at this point, but possibly Chimaev says, hey, this guy just disrespected me. I'm going to purposely miss weight. I'm going to come in at the exact same weight he is because I want to beat this dude's ass. And that's where my money's at. To be honest, that's where my money's at. All right, 160 up in the chat. Guys, we will be doing a live fight companion tomorrow, so I hope we get everybody in here tomorrow as well. We're going to put the number up again for people to call in here in a moment. But let me get through the chat here real quick. No way Khamzat did this on purpose to fight Kevin Holland, is there? So weird. He's 179. And Khamzat 178 seems fishy. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. I definitely think it is. So I had to go get a quarter of weed. Let a cousin borrow. What did I miss? Did they announce? No announcements yet, it looks like, man. What's up, USA Wrestling? Today, Diaz is literally bigger than the entire UFC. Give this man whatever he asks for this weekend. Diaz hustle legit. Versus Lang Jing, he will go 5 rounds. That would be interesting. I mean, I'd never thought of Nate versus Jingling, they're also both 170. I just think Ferguson makes more sense, but it's not yet. If Tony ends up fighting Diaz, they got to use that pic of his old man face from Chandler Kick. Khamzat didn't miss weight. He deliberately done that to fight Holland, 1,000,000%. Yeah, I think that's the most likely, John. Yep, same thing I thought, Mike. Seen his fishy, same weight, 179. What's up, King James in the house? 8 pounds is no accident. Yeah, Khamzat just earned a few more fights before he gets a title shot. Good point, Bill Brasky. So is this a 4D chess move from Khamzat, or does this go higher? Does Dana White tell him to miss weight in hopes to keep Diaz under contract? More time to negotiate. I don't doubt that Dana White probably had an idea that Chimaev was going to come in heavy today. I don't doubt that at all. If it was to keep Diaz in a contract, though, I'm not saying Danny's not that petty, but I just don't even think he's that petty. I don't think that's a good look for the UFC. I don't think it really does him that much good to keep Diaz for one more fight and string him along. No, I don't think that makes sense to me. But who knows what's going on with this? 8 pounds and a smile, says Shimu, right? Bill, that's funny, but probably true. Good comment. You think a fighter would put his reputation on the line like that, though, to miss by 8 pounds? I think he probably did, Isaiah. I mean, do you think he was trying to make 170? Just doesn't seem like it. Can he begin to call who wins Tony versus Nate? That's such a tough one. Yeah, that's why I didn't give a prediction for that one. I was like, man, I got to really think about that. If they change the main event, will they have to refund tickets in Las Vegas? No, Chef. They're always, when you buy the pay-per-view, when you buy tickets, it only says card subject to change. So no, and that's, there's been so many UFC cards where not a lot where the main event has changed, but there's definitely been some. And of course, changing venues, when, John Jones tested positive and everybody had to go to a whole nother state. It's not about reputation, it's about his pride. I'm loyal to pick a favorite if Tony and Nate fought. Oh, I'm too loyal. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, man. All the tickets and pay-per-view have a legal disclaimer, so they usually don't offer a refund. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember back to when the Jones-Cormier fight got moved. I think it was Jones-Cormier, right? Where Jones tested positive. I did a few more things on here, I guess. Real quick. Oh, this is why I wait to order the pay-per-view until last minute. I had one of the guys that had bought tickets. This was a UFC oneer. That's why I ended up having him on the show, because he had the story, and he said the UFC really didn't do a whole lot for them. He wasn't able to travel to the new show. He was pissed. They didn't make flight accommodations or anything like that. They told him, we'll reserve those tickets for you at the new venue. But kind of sounded like that was it. Yep, moved to California, Aaron. Which is crazy to move something from Nevada to California, thinking that California's commission was going to be more lenient. But if you remember right, what happened then, I believe the situation was in Nevada that their whole commission was on holiday, so there was nobody there to make the decision. Or nobody there to override it. And I'm pretty sure that's why we got California. If Khamzat doesn't fight on the card, I ain't buying, says Robert. King James, sup, Robert. You're not going to buy Tony versus Nate, man? That would be, for me, that's the best thing that can happen to this card. No matter what else happens, I am happy. Much happier than I was before if we get Tony versus Nate. I always had mixed feelings about Chimaev and Diaz just because Chimaev's such a killer. Of course, this was right after I want to say within minutes, he had posted this, though, because I went back and looked at the original. Khamzat Chimaev posted this as at Darren Till 2, it's his fault. And he's already got, himself, somebody kind of photoshopped and a Darren Till where they're looking fat. And, of course, we all know Darren Till's reputation for coming in overweight. So I thought that was very interesting. Real quick, we're going to do one more. Before I shut this down, I'm going to try to go to hashtag UFC. I'm going to go to UFC 279. I'll go one more time and see if we have anything breaking. This looks like all the same things that we were watching, that I was looking at a couple minutes ago. That is not the brawl. For those that are watching, somebody posted a brawl. It was actually a brawl between Connor and Nate years back. Dana White talking about the press conference backstage. Of course, they had to cancel the press conference backstage yesterday. I think everybody knows that at this point. So I'm just going to go to latest real quick. Oh, this is what I did want to show you guys, this one. Okay. So this is a lady last night that she had posted Mini Khabib. Says, ran into Khamzat Chimaev. He was hanging out at a restaurant for hours drinking sparkling water and eating the night before weigh-ins, and now Khamzat misses weight. I was worried all night about this when I saw it. Hope the fight still happens tomorrow. Hashtag UFC 279. Well, I think we're going to get some kind of fight with those guys, but should just be a battle royal, somebody said. So, yeah, it looks like no official announcements. That's kind of funny. Somebody mentioned Jake Paul to step in. Anybody that wants to call in, give their voice and opinion on this, or voice anything. If you found something that I didn't, call in 425-791-8730 here on Fights of Friends. And we got another super chat. Bill Brasky with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. My wife appreciates that. My wife appreciates that because she was kind of... she didn't complain like she was, like she's upset or anything, but she's just like, Jesus, those pay-per-views are a lot. So, I appreciate those helping out with that, with the super chats. Thank you, Bill Brasky. Brings us up to $4 towards the pay-per-view. Cash App, Seattle Mike, just how it's spelled, Seattle and Mike, for anybody that wants to donate that way. I don't have the regular board app because we just got an OBS update, and I'm going to work on that for tomorrow's stream. Of course, I hope to see all of you here tomorrow in the stream for the pay-per-view for UFC 279. Huge card. Of course, we don't know what order or who's going to be fighting now. Regardless, Khamzat is perhaps the UFC's fastest riding star, and this is not a good look. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. King James, cheers. Says, Darren Till was new best. He has weight struggles too, right? Yep. I think this was all set last night. That's why everyone was fighting last night, and that's why they canceled the conference. They didn't want the secret out. You could be onto something there, Kevin. I think Khamzat's stock is down after all this mess. Yeah, no doubt. He's still about a 10-1 favorite over Nate at the moment. Yep, Mike, he always says what I'm thinking. It's because you're a smart guy, Aaron. Khamzat. What's up, Dave Massey? He says, guess Khamzat won't be bringing the smoke, brother. Probably not against Nate. Nate would be fighting a 205 on fight night. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This doesn't change my mind on Khamzat. I think this all screams Dana. You could definitely be right on that, Robert. Khamzat's he's a monster. Ryan says, good point, Ryan. Patty gets super fat, cuts a ton of weight, but yet to miss the mark. That's true. Till they get older. The whole fights last night was probably about the fighters were pissed about changing who they had to fight. That could be. So did he regain weight? WTF, this is crazy. There's a lot of fighters, and Darren Till's one of these guys, which is funny that he's involved in it. I remember I made a video. Some of you guys may remember the video that I made years back of Darren Till's 11-pound weight cut the night before. You're on Fights to Friends. Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? You're breaking out, whoever it is. Maybe try to call back. I'm sorry, I can't hear you, though. So, sorry, whoever that was, try to get a better connection and call me back. I literally couldn't understand anything. Jose G's thumbs up and Holland are both Dana White's friends. Can you imagine if they did this in order for Nate to back out and get another fight on his contract? Yeah, people have speculated that. I know Dana White can be petty. I don't think that he went to that leg just to keep Nate on for one more fight. That doesn't make sense to me. And if you're possibly wanting to re-sign him, go back to Nate's interview on ESPN. I was just talking about this. I think it was like 3 or 5 days ago. All of a sudden, Nate's talking about wanting a bunch of extra fights in the UFC. So it sounds like him and Dana maybe came to an agreement. I don't know. I know that number. Is that PBR Street Gang?
Yes.
What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going there, bud?
Hey, going good. You get a break from work? Are you off?
No, I'm still at work. I got a little bit of a break. I told the boss I had to go have a cigarette.
All right. Well, those guys need to treat you well. Tell them to F off if they're not. No.
I'm telling you, man, I try not to be a negative Nancy, but right now, work's just, I blame my parents for not being rich.
You and me both, man. What do you think about all this craziness going on?
Man, when I found out about it, like I made a bet with a coworker about it. He texted me just before I found out about it, or before you brought it up on your YouTube page, and I was like, man, it's like missing weight by that much. That's like you're trying to miss weight. You don't miss weight by damn near 8 pounds on accident. So I don't know about all the conspiracy stuff of him purposely missing weight to throw the fight or anything like that. But yeah, 8 pounds, you're not even trying, bro. You're supposed to be a professional.
Yeah, and I'm usually one of the last guys to come into, to the conspiracy party and everything, but there's a lot of things that kind of add up to, there's a lot that we weren't let in on.
Yeah, and it seems like, I don't know if anybody noticed off of, there's another guy on YouTube, his channel is called The Weasel.
Yeah, yeah.
And he showed a picture of Khamzat and some girl the night before.
Yeah, we were just looking at that. I was just bringing it up on the Twitter that he was at a restaurant.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, all right, you're not even trying, dude. You're like purposely missing weight, and we're supposed to believe this BS. I'm not the smartest pencil in the box, but yeah, I'm smarter than that.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, I don't know if that was verified and timestamp. Somebody could have just taken a picture with Chimaev 3 weeks ago and decided, I'm going to make up a cool story. So
right, I was just about to say, I don't know when that picture was taken or anything like that.
Yeah, I know she, of course, posted it afterwards, but I mean, it's definitely possible.
I don't know, but I tell you what, as much as I was looking forward to that fight, and I had 2 bets on that fight, both of them for Nate, as much as people were saying Nate, I just can't bet against Nate. Even if I don't think he's going to win, I just can't bet against Nate. But yeah, everybody was just all like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That far over the limit, you're not even trying. And I was just like, well, I don't know. But I would say, Kevin Holland, put Kevin Holland in there. He'd take it.
Yeah, and I think that has something to do with the way he came in. He weighed in at the exact same amount, or within a pound of what Kevin Holland came in for a catch weight. So I think that was a message from Khamzat.
Yeah, I think so too. And I didn't see all of it, but wasn't Khamzat like getting into it with multiple people?
Yeah, apparently he was in it. Yeah, he was in it with Diaz. He actually kicked Kevin Holland in the chest.
What?
Yeah, Ariel, and I know this is legit because Ariel Hawani reported it in a video, and so I guess he was joking about manscaping Chimaev's beard, and some people could say, oh, it's out of bounds because it's religion and stuff, but it's like, if that was the only joke, it's like, dude, you're kind of mentally weak if that really bothered you that much.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're talking about dudes who are in ass whooping contests for a living, and if a little beard trimming joke is gonna, ruffle your feathers, and you're in the wrong sport, son.
Yeah, I mean, and if that upset him that much, every fighter that's fighting Chimaev, it's like, you know what? Bring out
just
the
make
book.
A comment. Just make a comment about his beard.
Bring out everything. See how much you can piss this guy off. See if you can get him off his game.
Yeah, exactly. And I some people say, that's not very sportsmanship to do that type of stuff, but I'm all in the chill son at school. If I can throw you off your game by not even laying a hand on you, then you're not in the same sport I am.
Yeah, if you don't bring mental warfare to the game when you get up in those bigger places, I think it's dumb. I think you're leaving stuff on the table.
Yeah, exactly. Use everything that you can to win that ass whooping contest.
Yeah.
So I think mental warfare. They talk about they use psyops in the military. What better thing to I don't even have to touch you to make you react how I want you to. Once you figure that out, knowing is half the battle. Yeah,
exactly. And I mean, as much as this has became a sport and everybody talks about they want it to be like a real fight, like the original UFC, it's like if you're in a fight, that means you're upset enough that you're saying some words. There's definitely some mental warfare going on.
Yeah, exactly. Very much so. I mean, and shouldn't you be expecting that amount of taunting? Like if you're expecting somebody to come in there and shake your hand and say please and thank you, before we get into fisticuffs, then dude, you need to get your balls back from your wife.
Oh, that would be a good one to him too.
But I'm gonna cut it a little short. I won some cash off of Bobby Knuckles last.
Well, congrats.
Last go around. So I'm 4-3 for the year, but I'm still up as far as the winning. So
nice.
We'll see how this week's go around. I'm gonna see if I can't slide my bet from Khamzat and Nate over to something with maybe possibly Kevin Holland, since we've got all this going on with the missed weight. But anyway, thanks for all that you do, and shout out to all the Fights and Friends family out there, and keep those good vibrations rolling. I need all the help I can get with this crazy job I got.
All right, well, hey, thanks for calling in as always. Hope to see you in the chat tomorrow.
Later, buddy.
Later. All right, everybody, PBR Street Gang, one of our premium members of the channel and also a member of the Patreon. So PBR's been here for quite some time. Robert says, I think Dana paid for him to go to the restaurant. I like it. Hezbollah Magomedov versus Nate's son. What's up, Mace DeVitor? This is what happened with Nate's contract if he doesn't fight. That we don't know. Most fighters, I believe it would count as a fighter if they wanted to. But since the UFC does not have a collective bargaining agreement like the NFL or NBA, everybody's contracts can have different things in it. And from what I've heard, Nate's is one of, if not the most unique contract in the history of the UFC. He asked for a lot of money, he gets it. He gets a lot of what he asked for. On the other side of that, to get that though, sounds like the UFC asks for quite a bit from him as well. So Aaron Truce says, sounds like Diaz versus Tony. I think so. I hope so. What makes me mad is the not too bad and scale by Khamzat. Yeah, that shows me that he really wanted to fight Holland. And that's just I could be wrong, but that's my opinion on that one. And he's officially cleared all contract obligations. He's free, says King James. Yeah, I hope he is. He's definitely earned it. Aaron Truce, someone from the Gracie camp, posted Nate versus Tony, but they are just an insider. Not sure if true yet. King James, where was that posted? Nate also said if Khamzat wins, he must re-sign for a rematch. Yeah, he was already talking about re-signing again on that ESPN interview a few days ago. I don't know why he had completely changed his tune. I'm assuming money. maybe Dana also said, and I think this should be smart on Dana's part, said, hey, you go out there, make the Jake Paul fight, or Logan Paul, assuming Jake gets his ass beat by Anderson Silva, which I think he will, although Anderson is quite a bit older. And if I'll do that for you, but you got to give me the third corner fight. That if I was Dana, that's what I would do. I'd be like, look, we can sign you for 3 fights, 5 fights, 8 fights, and I'm going to let you do the Jake Paul fight in between. How about that? Maybe Nate went for it. It's not even a conspiracy. It's obvious AF. Let's go Tony and Nate. Yeah, sure seems like it, John. That's it. That's probably a good point. It's not even super conspiratorial to say it. Damon Stout, what's up, man? This is Diaz Army. Khamzat, don't want that L. I like it. No way Dana risks the integrity of the UFC to keep a fighter, regardless of how big the name. That's what I said too, Ryan. I don't think that he would go to all this trouble just to keep Nate for another fight. I mean, I would bet big money, actually, that he did not do that to keep him. Hit that like button. Everyone says, Chris, yes. 168 up in the chat. We were up to 211 a little while ago, I think at the highest. So I hope everybody's here for the pay-per-view tomorrow. Guys, we do, for those that are new to the chat, we do these fight companions with our community just about every week. I was out of town last week for the UFC, but more weeks definitely than not. And every pay-per-view we hit it, major boxing events. We'll be doing Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. We'll be doing, Wilder and Andy Ruiz, which it looks like is probably going to be the fight over there in heavyweight boxing. It's my thoughts too, King James. Waiting for a confirmed source. Oh, Nate made weight and officially covered all contract obligations. What's up? Vitor says Dustin Poirier tells me it was called to step in and accept it. What? Weighs in around 176. Had a pilot and jet on standby. Nothing moved though. Seems like at least for now they want Diaz first. Oh yeah, I did see that. Somebody had posted that they were training with on Twitter. Was that you that posted that? You trained with Dustin? Anyways, yeah, Dustin said he had a plane on standby. But Ariel tweet, I hope Holland smokes Chimaev if it's a go. What's up, J Dig? Yeah, that would be great, man. Hey, Poirier, post a photo, weigh in, at 176. Nice. G.I. Joe's filled no matter what CNN says. I know for a fact he was at a restaurant last night because Daniel Rodriguez was live streaming a conversation Till was having with a Holland. Really? Khamzat and Holland camp. That video has been taken down. Yeah, it seems like a lot of things have been disappearing from Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. And I have to say, unverified source. This is just through online, but there were several reports at the UFC, and I have to emphasize this in an extreme manner that I am not claiming that this happened. This is just hearsay. But hearsay was that the UFC was asking people to sign non-disclaimer forms, like as to posting and that's why we don't see any videos from fights that happened or the press conferences. For those that don't know, Ariel Helwani tweeted out, I believe, that Nate had something like 57 guys with him, and Khamzat had like 40. And I mean, that's from Helwani. That's, one of your top reporters on this, no matter what anybody says about that. Who's the jackass with the crazy suits all the time? If I ever meet that guy, I'm going to slap him. What's up, Crypto Keeper? Stay sharp. Hello to you. Very disappointing. Yep, got him, PBR. Despoye tells me it was called... Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm late. Yep, Chimaev's overweight. What's up, MMA Knowledge? And the speculation begins, man. It is crazy. I have a question. What happens if you made bets on fights that are canceled? So this is what happens, Stay sharp. So if you bet a single bet, it's just gone. If you bet a parlay, I found this out the hard way a couple weeks ago. So say you bet on a 4-fight parlay. If one of the fight gets canceled, at least the casino I'm at, I think this is most or every casino has to follow this rule. They just redo the odds, and as if you had a 3-fight parlay or however many fights you had, you now have one less. And unfortunately, I ended up losing my $150 because I thought I was out of the parlay because a fight was canceled, and then I ended up losing one of the fights on that too, so I took my money. What's up, Devitor? Betway has Nate plus 120, Tony minus 150 now. What's up, Vice Viking? I had heard from somebody else that there was another betting site that had Tony and Nate up. Phil D. Roll with the super chat. Thank you, Phil D. Roll. Getting us up to $6 towards that pay-per-view tomorrow. I have not ordered it yet. So thank you. If you guys somehow get me up to, $80 or half the pay-per-view before we're over, that'd be awesome. But I'm not going to beg. Thank you, Phil D. Roll, getting us up to $6. Also, if you want to help out on Cash App, Cash App is Seattle Mike. And generally, I have a bunch of graphics up on the screen thanking you guys in different things. But I'm in a bit of a construction mode as I'm setting up for tomorrow's stream. And I honestly didn't even plan on streaming today. And with everything going on, I was like, oh, we have to talk about this. What happens? Whatever fight steps in main event, it will be a 3-round. Oh, for main event? No, I don't think it'll be a 3-round. I think we might get 2 5-rounders, to be honest. If I was to bet, I would say we're going to get Chimaev and Holland and Nate and Tony 5 rounds. But, who knows? Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Khamzat was that scared to miss by 8.5 pounds, thinking that it would give him advantage. What's up, Thomas Anderson? No, I think he wants to fight Kevin Holland, because I think Kevin Holland got under his skin. Nate will be 5 rounds. Nate's always 5 rounds. I believe it's in his contract. Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson have agreed to fight. What's up, SR? It's other fighters they are waiting on. So that is official. Do you happen to have a link, SR? Or a source? Not that I'm doubting you, but I've seen a lot of people mention that. I haven't seen anything official. Tag team match, Ferguson and Diaz versus Chimaev and Khabib. Team Crazy versus Team Tiramisu. I like it. Perfect. Fingers crossed for Tony versus Nate. Shit. Could be a blessing in disguise. I agree, Phil. They asked both Nate and Tony why they haven't fought each other at the press. And now, bam, they're fighting all set up. Oh, I didn't know that, Kevin. I didn't watch the press conference. I didn't think it got anywhere. I thought it was canceled before it started. But Nate could choose to re-sign. Said he would only if UFC gave contracts to 10 of his crew. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, you do get your bets back if they're canceled. Thanks, Robert. And like I said, unless it's a unless it's a parlay, then you're just gonna ride the rest of your parlay. And we are got to do just a real quick check here, though, guys, because I want to know where we're at for subscribers. Did we just hit the 7,000 mark? I think we may have just hit the 7,000 mark. 7,006! Thank you all very much. I was hoping to hit 7,000 before the end of this weekend, and we got 26 new subscribers on this stream. So thank you, Khamzat. I hear Bovado. Yeah, I hear Bavado's taking bets now, possibly for Tony. And just because they post that something is taking bets doesn't even have to actually be officially announced. There are plenty of fights out there that I've seen bets come up on that were never finalized. But, oh, it was Ariel's tweet? Oh, nice. I'm just glad I talked you into going live. Yes, Robert. Thank you. Wish I trained with the Diamond. Is Jerry singing for Alice in Chains? Yes. Jerry Cantrell was there last week. For those that wonder why he's asking, I was at the Pain in the Grass Music Festival, Alice in Chains, and yeah, they had Jerry Cantrell. They were incredible. I don't know why the name of their newer lead singer that replaced Lane Staley, it's been like 10 years now. I can't think of his name, but he's absolutely incredible. They're definitely worth seeing if you ever get a chance to see Alice in Chains. More than worth it. So Brandon says, man, what a mess. The Diamond versus Nate would be sweet. Something smells fishy about the whole thing. I think Nate versus Tony's the best for me, though. See you guys later. Goodbye, fellas. Have a good one. Mace de Vitor. Hope to see you tomorrow, man. Told you Dana said almost 100 people on his the Mac Life interview. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like 50 some from Nate's and 40 from Chimaev. And yeah, craziness. How much do we have to pay you to shave into a Fu Manchu? What's up, Jason Kagan? The Fu Manchu. Is that like the goatee with the mustache, right? I could do that for tomorrow. $20 towards the pay-per-view. Is that too steep? Yahoo Sports says Nate and Tony is most likely in Holland Chimaev. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. Khamzat in the mic after knocking out Holland after 20 seconds. Jay says, Mikey, never shave beard. Votto Bet says Tony and Nate odds, but I don't care what overseas betting sites, right? Which I was joking about, man. That makes me so angry. A lot of people. So KSI in the house. Thought I'd just pop into random streams and say hi. How much do you say you need? What's up, KSI? For the pay-per-view? We're about 70 from there. Is this the true KSI? We have had some famous guests pop into chat, so I had to check. It's not the millions of followers, KSI. We did have Bellator in our chat. The last Bellator stream, though, the Bellator YouTube was in, so never know. Yeah, we're about 70 away from the pay-per-view price, but thank you. Yahoo Sports, nice. I'm good friends with Kevin Iole over there. We'll have to talk to him after this. Stay tuned. They're about to announce the fight. Nothing is official until ceremonial weigh-ins. So ceremonial weigh-ins, guys, are in about an hour and a half. Tony's type of guy to be shadow boxing next to everyone backstage while they are brawling. You're not kidding, John. That's hilarious. I want to see video of that, actually. Still want to see Nate versus Khamzat, though. Feel like Nate can still win and punish Khamzat Chimaev. I'd much rather see Tony versus Nate myself, but if Khamzat delivery miss weight, why reward him with the fight he wants, assuming he wants Holland? Because I imagine Dana probably had an idea of what was going on. Chimaev agent just said they're about to announce the fight. Sweet. I was here when it was 30. 30 subscribers? Holy crap. Yeah, you've been around for a while, man. You're awesome, Jason. Thank you, brother. Austin's type of guy to deliver, you get KO'd to test his fans' loyalty. 7,000. Let's go. Everyone likes. Robert, exactly. Nevada State Athletic Commission rules say you can't swap a main event fighter after weight. Really? Is that why they moved to California? Please don't move to California again. Please. I named my old rooster Jerry. I had to kill the damn bird, though. He was too mean. Oh, that is awesome. Rooster named Jerry. Fighter has option to agree, says King James. That'd be good. Fu Manchu, Mike. New name. Keep it. It's a gift from me to you. And Dana White's conversation with Diaz and Chimaev. Oh, dude, I would love to be a fly on the wall. Dana might just hate Khamzat now instead of any controversies, right? All speculation until UFC announces agreed terms. Give the man 50 G's. Now it's for real. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. You too, Mace to Vitor. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to bring up the official UFC site here. I'm just going to check Twitter one more time to see what we got for official announcements. So there it is. Oh, no, never mind. This is 4 seconds ago. Somebody, what a coincidence. Kevin Holland's fight was at catch weight. Happens to be at Chimaev's weight class. Okay, yeah. Holland was 179.5. And Chimaev was 178.5. So they're a pound off. I'm just going to try to get whatever the top is right now. It looks like same thing. Here, this is 2 hours ago. Breaking, yeah. Looks like same stories from Ariel. Okay, we're going to put up tomorrow's UFC card here, guys. And let's do some picks. Wait, Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, 5 rounds main event, moving very much in the right direction. Not done, but looking good at the time. We are live. Ariel just tweeted. Oh, nice. That is awesome. Okay, I got to go to Ariel Hawani here real quick. I'm following him. I'm not sure why he didn't come up immediately. I'll tell you whose Twitter is pretty quiet is Dana White's. So there we go. 9 minutes ago, Ariel Hawani says, Nate Diaz x Tony Ferguson. 5 rounds, main event. Moving very much in the right direction. Not done, but looking good at this time. Boom. Yeah, there it is. Right before that, he posted, this has to be one of the 5 craziest days covering the sport. And he's got a big show going there, too. He'd also talked about Dustin Poirier. And, yeah, this is what, okay. Ariel Hawani just said it. This is what the UFC wants. This is directly from Ariel Hawani less than 1 hour ago. Diaz versus Ferguson, Holland versus Chimaev, Lee versus Rodriguez. Some are in, some aren't. One of the most complex last minutes undertaking in recent history. Wow, from Kevin Holland, IG. Okay. Accept it or don't. Oh, and I'll take a new putt. Okay.
The fight of his main event in his 5 rounds. Other than that, not fighting. Boom, gone. New fight terms. I'm only taking the fight of his main event in his 5 rounds. Other than that, not fighting. Boom.
Okay, and then he erased that. Kevin Holland said, I'm only taking the fight of its 5 rounds, but he did later erase that. So I'm going to put up this card. Who knows how much of it's even going to be the same by the time we get there? Oh, 8 minutes ago, I'm trying, man, but I can't leave right now. Exciting, right? Haha, me too. Hope they don't have to bust up Holland versus D-Rod. That one has fight of night potential. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely, but if there's bad blood between Holland and Chimaev, when you get true bad blood in this sport, you act on it. So whether it's tonight, or it's a couple months from now or whatever, I imagine we're definitely going to see Holland and Chimaev in the future. All right, guys. Still says T-Mobile Las Vegas. So that part's still part of it. It'd be a bummer if they don't put Diaz in the main event versus anyone. Oh, no, he's going to be there. That would suck, though. All right, let's start at the bottom. Let's go in the very bottom of the barrel. I wouldn't say bottom of the barrel because these guys are pretty good, but the start of the card, early prelims. Darian Weeks and Johan Lioness at welterweight. Melissa Martinez, she's fun to watch, against Elise Reed. Chad Enhiger versus Letengeli of China. So you got some Canada versus China there. Norma Dumont, always fun to watch, from Brazil, taking on Danielle Wolf. Jake Collier and Chris Barnett. This is one, guys, that I looked at and I thought, man, why do they keep underestimating Chris Barnett? Jake is good, but does anybody have any opinion? Is that a value bet? Plus 330 on Chris Barnett? He is a wild man. So fun to watch, too. Phuket, put them all in. Survivor takes all, right? I get it. Imagine Lee versus Ferguson. Yeah, that would be a good one, too, man. Dennis Taylor Lynn versus Jamie Pickett. And that was the original fight, of course. Was Tony and Ling. Imagine they still match up Khamzat versus Diaz, but Diaz gets half of Khamzat's purse. That would be the case. Hard to not like Barnett. Dude, that guy's crazy. I can't believe how athletic he is for a fat dude, too. And I got to say that. I mean, I'm an overweight dude at this point in my life, too. Trying to fix that. But, the older fat dude, I got to kind of root for him a little bit there. I didn't mean to expand that fight there, but there we got it. Halton Almeida and Anton Chakalish, also a catchweight bout. So at least 2 catchweight bouts were scheduled for this. Barnett moves like a black Chris Farley, R.I.P. Yes, he does, Ryan Holiday. That's a great comparison. What about this banger at featherweight? Hakeem Dawodu versus Julian Erosa. Both these guys super exciting. That's got fight of the night implications. Those are fireworks. Ion Kudalaba and Johnny Walker. Let's stop and talk about this one for a minute, because Johnny Walker, I mean, he was a huge dark horse in this light heavyweight division, and then, I mean, he's been getting knocked out, more times than Alistair Overeem. I mean, it's been crazy. But he recently came out and made an excuse or an explanation for part of why his career had went down so far. So he said he started smoking weed and using CBD, THC and CBD, for whatever reason. Maybe not smoking, maybe edibles. Apparently, he's been saying he found out he's been having allergic reactions to marijuana and CBD. I've definitely heard of some people that are allergic to marijuana. I've known people that say they're allergic to marijuana. Definitely possible. How much that really had to do with the effect in his fights, I mean, that is to be determined. That I kind of have some doubt on. What's up, Watermelons? Nate win by forfeit. If Khamzat is not at the right weight. No, that's not the way it works. They may call off the fight, but no, it won't work that way. So Brazil versus Moldova, that's a great light heavyweight bout. Prelims on ESPN News? ESPN News and ESPN Plus. Why are you putting sports on ESPN News now? Okay. Irene Aldana, always fun to watch against Macy Kaizan. And then, as of now, these 3 fights, as we've been talking about, are all likely to get shook up. Catchweight bout between Holland and Daniel Rodriguez. I don't know if Holland's a 2-1 favorite. I think D-Rod's got a good chance in that fight if it goes on. Ferguson and Jingling, I know the odds are not up for this right now, but Ferguson, the last I seen, was like a plus 235. I want to say Lee was a minus 265. So honestly, I think there's some value on there on Tony too. I think you can definitely take that fight. I might lean towards Lee a little bit, but Tony, definitely a live dog in that one. To me, that one's almost a toss-up. Same thing with Holland and Rodriguez. And then these odds are just gone out of control. Minus 1150 for Khamzat, plus 750 if you're looking to put the money on Nate. It's also looking like that fight's not going to happen. But you never know. Barnett is freakishly athletic for his size, for sure. Completely agree. Khamzat didn't seem very concerned about the whole circus. That concerns me. Yeah, he kind of seems like maybe he's like a little, can be kind of a burn it all down kind of guy, especially if somebody rubs him the wrong way. All right, thank you. Thanks for being here, Watermelon. Tony's the type of guy to get up 5 hours before his alarm. Right, Dana just posted on his Instagram that he's going live in 30 minutes to clear everything up. Oh my goodness, I don't have Instagram, guys. How long ago was that? John Mackey, no, I want Khamzat to fight 5 rounds and get punished because he's not a 5-round fighter. All right, I got to go to Instagram, guys, and maybe we'll watch this together if everybody wants to hang out, and then we can have some... we can discuss it together. Let me bring up Dana White's Twitter here. Okay, there we go. So 20 minutes away.
Instagram live, and what's up, UFC fans? At 3 o'clock, I'm going live on SportsCenter UFC and my Instagram live. And I will clear up everything that's going on for Saturday night. What's up, UFC fans? At 3 o'clock, I'm going live on SportsCenter UFC and my Instagram live, and I will clear up everything that's going on for Saturday night.
All right, guys, there you go. Dana White will be live in 20 minutes, live on SportsCenter UFC and Dana Instagram live. Do we all want to hang out here for another 20 minutes? I'm down for it. Yeah, let's watch what Dana has to say. All right, and we do have a little bit of time before then. If we want any more call-ins, guys, 425-791-8730. If you want to be on Fights with Friends. This is one of the biggest streams we've had in a long time that wasn't a fight companion. Like, there's not a live fight going on. I'm sure it is not a coincidence. Probably the last time we had a live stream that was this big, not during a fight companion, was during the whole Conor and Khabib incident with the dolly and everything going on with that. So kind of a similar vibe in the air to UFC. What UFC was that? Was it 220? It's been quite some time. I don't even remember for sure. What's up, Boxing MMA in the house? Good to see you, my man. Hey, just having fun. Talking about fights with my friends. Can I have an opinion on a possible Gane versus Nagano 2 or Gone versus Jones. I was at UFC Paris. It was crazy. Well, first, congrats on being at UFC Paris. That looked awesome. I've only watched the co-main and the main event right now because I was at a music festival, but I did sneak away long enough to bring that up. I wasn't missing those. Found some people that were having kind of like a party watching the fights themselves, too. Man, Gone is as good as it gets. Gone can beat anyone. I think he adjusts in the Francis fight, although we don't know how hurt Francis was. I think the takedowns are not going to be such a big issue, though. I think he's going to game plan for that. He never thought that Francis was going to try to take him down. I didn't think that. I imagine most other people probably didn't think that. But what else do we have? Don't do socialist media or have cable, so stay on, Mike. You're my only live source. All right, I'm sticking around. So Gone versus Nagano 2. Man, a lot of people thought Gone won the first time. I did give it to Nagano. It was close. Gone's a more technical striker. I think he's going to come back and he's going to learn some things from that fight. I can't really pick a winner between him and Francis. That's so close. I mean, that's a coin flip for me. The other one, though, against Jones, an unproven heavyweight Jones, I picked Gone. I think, honestly, Gone could piece Jones up, but Jones' wrestling is incredible. So if he can throw around a 245, 250-pound Gone, if that wrestling translates from where it did at 205, that's obviously going to be a huge problem for Gone because Francis was able to take him down. So that also becomes an interesting fight. I want to see Stipe versus Jones. That's the fight I'm looking to the most. Holland is fighting Khamzat. Is that true? Nothing is official yet. So Ariel Helwani tweeted that the UFC is trying to get deals done between Nate and Tony, Holland and Chimaev, and the third fight would be Li Jingliang and Daniel Rodriguez. Dana White is going live on SportsCenter and on Instagram in 17 minutes. Dana White can also go live on Truth Social. I don't think so. I know he's friends with the former president, but I don't know that it goes over, that far. You're on Fights of Friends. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, it's New Britain Paulie. Can you hear me, Mike? Yeah, Mike?
Hey, New Britain Paulie in the house. I can hear you, man. How you doing?
I just tuned in. What's going on? Can you fill me in?
Oh, man. It is one of the wildest days in UFC history right now. So, the press conference canceled last night apparently because of fights. Kevin Holland had been joking about manscaping Khamzat Chimaev's beard. Apparently that pissed him off enough that he kicked him in the chest at the press conference. Nate was 50-some guys deep. Khamzat had about 40 people with him, according to Ariel Helwani. So that gets us through the cancellation of the press conference. Then today, Khamzat, coincidentally, after all this, steps on the scale 8 pounds over, within a pound of Kevin Holland's catch weight. So now Ariel Helwani came on a little while ago and said that the UFC is in works to do Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, D-Rod versus Li Jingliang, and Chimaev versus Holland, and he's going live on SportsCenter in 15 minutes.
Oh my God, how awesome would that be? Because the Tony Day fight is the fight that we should have got to begin with, in my opinion.
I can't imagine talking to any hardcore fight fan that doesn't want to watch Nate versus Tony.
Like, that's the proper send-off for Tony, not Chimaev. Wow, that's crazy. Like, it seemed like the world's just, like, correcting itself somehow to the fight that it should have been.
I agree, and that's, yeah, I was on here, I was banging my head the whole time. I'm like, especially before Tony had a fight, I'm like, seems obvious to me. Why wouldn't it be Nate versus Tony? But
I'm confused though. What is the exact reason that Khamzat's getting pulled?
well, he's 8 pounds over.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, he is a big boy.
Yeah, well, he stepped on the scale. He obviously knew he was over. And there's pictures of him being out at a restaurant last night. And then today he gets on the scale. He's smiling. He's grinning from ear to ear. He knows what's going on. They announce his weight, and he goes, oh, not bad.
Wow. What a clusterfuck.
Yeah, he's literally 1 pound lower than what Holland came in for his catchweight fight, though.
I mean, I can't fathom a 5-rounder between Tony and Nate. That's going to be so awesome. I really hope this goes through because that's the fight that should have happened. This is the fight we deserve. This is the fight Nate deserves. This is the fight Tony deserves. Let's go.
I agree. I think they're going to get it done. They might have to throw some extra money out there, but they're going to make so many extra if that happens, they're going to sell so many pay-per-views.
Wow, and this would be a huge win for Nate to go out riding into the sunset. And if Tony can somehow pull this off, he needs to win bad, man. Tony could win this fight. This would be huge for Tony.
I agree. And I mean, for us to get a 5-round, like back and forth war between Tony and Nate, I mean.
Well, the styles are perfect. They have the exact styles that are tailored for each other. Neither one of them takes a back step. They're throwing punches and kicks from all angles.
Yeah.
I just hope this goes through. Much more exciting fight because I just thought Khamzat was going to run over Nate as most of us thought, you know. We've seen this before, you know, the young, hungry lion versus the guy that's on his way out, already multimillionaire, just wants to get his contract over. We've seen that before. We know how that goes most of the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to see that, even though I was going to tune in no matter what, but God, I hope this Tony thing goes on. How many more minutes till Dana comes on?
12 minutes. So Sports Center, Instagram Live, and he said UFC. So I don't know if that means the UFC YouTube channel or what. But we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here and go through that conference and then let everybody react to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is not just some crazy rumor. I really hope this goes through. But if it's coming from Hawaii, I mean, there's not another better source.
Well, and Dana just posted that he's going live in 12 minutes, so he's obviously got something to say.
Oh, my God, this is huge.
They know how to get us, don't they?
Yes, they do. This is a little off topic, but I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you going to cover the ADCC, Gordon versus Davao, on the 18th?
Yeah, on the 18th?
I believe it's on the 18th, September 18th, I believe.
I think it's on Flow Grappling, which I signed up for that. So, yeah, they're always planning on it.
Awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
What a month. If we get Tony Ferguson, we could possibly get Gordon Ryan versus the guy he just fought. They're going to probably rematch because they're in the same bracket. He's going up against Galval, guaranteed.
Oh.
And who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So, Chimaev versus Holland?
That would be a lot of fun. And
Yes, that would. Wow.
apparently Holland realized it's real easy to get on Chimaev's skin, so I can just imagine how much trash he's going to be talking.
Yes, and that's just a much more appropriate matchup than
I
versus
agree.
Diaz. Like, just Chimaev versus Diaz was just very inappropriate. Kind of
Yeah.
feels like the UFC was just trying to stick it to Nate on the way out.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you saw the interview the other day, but he told the UFC, you know, if you sign 10 of my friends, I'll sign.
I heard
And
that.
yes, and they were like trying to find a way to get them all in. That's how bad they want them.
Yeah, he's got them all wrapped around his finger right now. It's the Nate Diaz show.
He does. I mean, he's a draw, and we don't got that many big draws right now. You know, Connor's on. He might fight. He might not fight. Who knows what's going on?
I think
with
he's the
John
biggest
Jones.
draw in the sport right now.
Yeah, if Connor's not around, I would concur with that.
Yeah.
Especially with John Jones. John Jones going like, what's going on right now? Like, we don't got John Jones. Who knows? Connor. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
Our huge stars right now is kind of on the fritz. This is like our last huge star, and this is his last fight tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. And I imagine John's been suspended for probably 2 years, and he'll come back, kind of silent suspension. But You know, that's speculation too.
Yeah, I heard that too. It came from Hawaii too. Not what he was suspended for, but he suspects that he is suspended.
Yeah. And the timelines make sense. So.
They certainly do, because he just disappeared and he hasn't been around. Like, like what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. So all right. Well, I'm going to charge this phone for a minute so I don't lose it before the press conference. But hey, thanks for calling in, man.
Oh, I appreciate you having me on. I really appreciate you picking up the phone, and I'm going to be tuning in a few minutes. I'm excited. Let's see what happens.
All right. Hope you're there with us tomorrow too.
I will be, Seattle Mike. Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one. New Britain Polly, everyone.
Later.
All right, guys. 8 minutes until the press conference. Let's put up a timer. That way everybody knows. We're going to take away the phone number. All right, there's your timer over there in the corner. 8 minutes until Dana goes live. Oh, can you call him via Skype? I haven't had Skype set up for a while. I've been using Zoom more, but yeah, let me jump on here. I should be able to get you a Skype name here. Let me open it up here real quick. That'd be okay. That'll give me a chance to charge my phone here, too. I got kind of a short cord. Nate wins the fight, 100%. Watermelon! We got a new premium member! Thank you, Watermelon. Welcome to Top Contender, sir. John Mackey says, just imagine. He sounds like Connor with an American twist. What is Dana going to get real and create the Royal Rumble UFC? Dana's got to ban the 40-50 team at fight week events, right? Nate wins the fight. How long have I been a UFC fan? So, I mean, I kind of got to say, yeah, since the beginning. I wasn't able to watch. UFC 3 was the first one I watched on pay-per-view in a small town. The first 2 UFCs I was able to rent on VHS back in the day from a place called Moz Video. Diaz is starting real fighting after this, right? Please make an Instagram, Mr. Seattle Mike. I will. I actually just hired my daughter to do it. I have an Instagram right now. I didn't want to put it out there, though. I may end up making another one because I made it a long time ago. And I don't want to get it to get buried in the algorithms. So I will have it out there, though. Khamzat dropping out is a win-win-win. Diaz versus Ferguson put 2 fighters with multiple losses in a row. If Khamzat loses, it's not at 170 or 185. So it should still be next for winner of Edwards versus Usman. Will Nate be at the press? I don't know. We got Dana going live in 5 minutes. Hour after that, we got the ceremonial weigh-ins with Joe Rogan. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Watermelon. Fights will happen no matter what. Just waiting to find out who fights who. Agreed. That is a definite. I'm going to go down and get the remote real quick on my Roku, guys. So just if you want to entertain each other in the chat for probably just about 2 minutes here, maybe. I'll try to make it quicker than 2 minutes. Be right back. right, guys. So remember, those that aren't able to watch it on other venues, it's going to be on Instagram and Sports Center. Oh, and I mentioned the Skype. Can we wait on the Skype until after the Dana announcement? That way I can give you enough time. Sorry for the hesitation there, but I don't want to rush it. So let me get my phone charging over here. We'll get the Roku set up, and we'll hopefully we'll have Dana in about 3 minutes, guys. Boom. All right, there is that. Let's run back up in the chat. Tell with your UFC background, how long you been watching. Thank you, Josh Loftus. Yeah, guys, I think we're not going to see Diaz fight this weekend. Bite your tongue, sir. There are no rules. Yep, early UFC was crazy. Yes, it was. Hell yeah, Fights Friends is a well-knowledgeable chat with guys. I'm following UFC from the beginning. Yeah, it's really the community. That if you guys are going to pick someplace to watch Fight Companions, it's not me, it's the community. Everybody's friendly here. We kick them out if they're not. I'm serious about that. But yeah, everybody's so knowledgeable here. So I don't know if I have Instagram Live. I don't know if that's a thing that's on Roku or not. All right, we got just about a minute to go here, though, so I better be ready, I guess. Still haven't found a main event yet. I'll leave for a second. I'll be back. All right, Mace to Vitor. Wonder what's stopping them from making Ferguson versus Diaz. Probably Diaz. He knows he's got him over a barrel now. He wants to make sure it's a barrel of money. Oh man, is he really just going to be on Sports Center and his Instagram Live? I was trying to find a YouTube feed to watch along. Oh boy. All right, guys. Seconds away. Yep, we'll find out in minutes. All right, I'm going to Fight Pass. Oh, Fight Pass has just got an Ultimate Finale? All right. Find out 2 minutes. Now, Diaz said before he's won to fight Ferguson. Nice. How do I find her on Instagram? Not at Dana White. Kevin Poirier, you search for Dana White and you click on his profile picture. All right. I might have to bring up... I'm going to bring up Instagram here then on the computer, and I might be watching a little bit to the side here, but Oh, good, and I'm actually signed in. Told you I made it. I made an Instagram, but I never did anything with it. So here we go. Oh no, Dana, you trying to get me demonetized, buddy? Putting this music in here. I went to Dana White. Can somebody help me out? How do I go to Dana White live on Instagram? The thumbnail, the UFC weigh-in, it's showing Tony versus Lee. Not a good sign for Nate versus Tony. I got Fight Pass. I don't think it's on there. Let's go. Chimaev looking more and more human by the minute. True Crypto Keeper. Is there an option on Instagram for Instagram Live? Or should I just be able to click on Dana White? Oh, yep, there we go. There's the link. I got the link, guys. What? What is your... Why are they making this so difficult? I click on Dana White, and it's got UFC Store, Watch, ESPN Plus, UFC YouTube, UFC Fight Pass. What the fuck is this? Can somebody please help me out and show me how to go to Instagram Live, please? Not live yet. Crazy one dude missing weight, the whole card. All right, I'm going to put it on the Dana White and UFC claim they will. They like making the fights fans want to see. We want Ferguson versus Diaz. I agree. What's up, J Diggs? Should just pop up when he's alive. Leave the link, please. Okay. Let me put the. Oops. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. Tony would ankle pick Nate, Kevin at the same time. He just announced a new main event, 5 rounds, Ray Longo versus Greg Jackson. Send Dana a message, right? Yeah, I guess I need to, right? All right, 174 viewers up in the chat. We're waiting to see what Dana's going to say. No problem, Joker Boom. Turn on notification on Dana White Instagram page. Thank you. Come on, he said Instagram Live. What's your problem, Dana? All right, well, we can take the round over away while we're waiting on Dana White. What's up, Village? Got home, got message from Rob. What's going on? Oh, I announced a live on Instagram. Did he specify what account? The Dana White page. I guess. There's a lot going on. Khamzat Chimaev missed by 7.5 pounds, for those who are just coming in. Or maybe it was 8.5 pounds. Anyways, Ariel Helwani announced that the UFC is trying to make deals for a whole new 3 fight card for the main card, which would be Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, Khamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland, and Lijing Ling versus Daniel Rodriguez. So why Holland and Chimaev? Chimaev came in late, heavy after an altercation last night where Khamzat Chimaev kicked Kevin Holland in the chest after Kevin joked about manscaping his beard. Which, very interesting. I mean, if he's truly has like that thin a skin, can you imagine what Holland's going to be saying to him during the fight? He's going to be lighting him up. Tony's tab got to replace Dana White in a press conference. I like it. Dana White made 170 to fight Nate 5 rounds. Yes, we hit 7K. Thank you, Rob. If his card gets canceled, I hope they cut him. Schmeh. Nothing official until Fester announces it. SportsCenter is not live because of the U.S. Open. Looking on ESPN News and ESPN2, I don't see it live. Yeah, Dana's supposed to be announcing it on Instagram Live and on SportsCenter. So let's see what we have upcoming. I'm going to go straight to UFC on the ESPN app and see what's there. All right, you guys heard it. I played the audio of Dana saying, Dana's always late. I clicked on your link, just sends you to this other page of options for other... Oh. Sorry, Kevin. Yeah, I was having a hard time figuring out exactly how to watch live on Instagram. I'm an Instagram rookie, and that's putting it lightly. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on Instagram. I'm a YouTube guy. So I'm just going to keep it on Dana White's page here. Quick, Lakes is still waking up from the stroke yet, right? Call Billy told him about new subscribers and the 200 views. Thank you, Robert. What's the punishment for Khamzat? I don't know. If he fights Nate, he's going to have to give him half his purse. This reminds me when Charles Oliveira missed weight, 274 against Justin Gaethje, right? That's true. Tony Ferguson was booked on this card at 170 for this exact emergency situation. Seattle Mike in for the Chechen. I'm not fighting Nate Diaz. Wonder if Kevin Holland is going to split Chimaev's lip. Oh, wait, never mind. I like it. So, yeah, apparently it's U.S. Open on ESPN. There is no SportsCenter yet. So I guess I'll turn down the volume. I'm just going to click it over to U.S. Open. Click it over to ESPN. Dana's live on UFC Instagram page. Thank you. Do I just type in UFC? Come on, Dana. What's your problem, man? Don't make it so hard for us. I know you're old like me, man. He's older than I am. Yep, UFC Live. There we go.
When you're bad, that are from a bad cut. And, you know, unlike 10 years ago when we were doing this, they call in, we send a doctor up, and the doctor determines whether he should keep cutting weight or not, and the doctor told him he shouldn't.
Can you guys hear this?
This morning, and the new card now, we have Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson.
Yes!
And Khamzat Chimaev will fight Kevin Holland.
Fuck yeah!
And Leach will fight Rodriguez.
There it is, guys. It is official. Tony and Nate. You guys heard it with me. Tony and Nate, Holland and Chimaev, and Li Jingli versus Daniel Rodriguez. Thank you, MMA gods. Oh, my. What a moment. Thank you, Torrent.
It's not by coincidence that we stack guys the same weight on the same card.
Can you guys hear it? There's no video on Instagram, by the way. It's just the audio.
You know, obviously, when something like this happens, you got guys who have trained for another guy for a long time, and you know, so.
Can you guys hear the audio?
To agree to different fights can be a little tough sometimes, but we got them all done. They're locked in. I will be at the weigh-ins in what, 45 minutes, and we will be squaring these guys off. Nate, Diaz, and Tony, like you said, the fans have wanted to see this one forever. It's going to happen now before Nate leaves the UFC.
Yes.
Yesterday, there was a lot of questions about what happened. Kevin Holland and Khamzat Chimaev actually got into it yesterday backstage. Ironically, they will now fight on Saturday night, and Leach versus Rodriguez.
Fuck yeah.
Fun fight. So it literally couldn't have played out any better.
Yeah, there's no video. It's just a white screen. What's up, Bernie?
And both fights will be 5 rounds. The co-main event is 5 rounds. The main event is 5 rounds.
Yes. It's not on video on mine. I don't know why. Well, I just tried to refresh it and it. Now the live's gone. So I think that was it for now. 45 minutes. Yes, Nate is free. 45 minutes. Joe Rogan will be at the weigh-ins. And squaring off, it'll be Nate versus Tony. It's our new main card, guys. Nate versus Tony. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland. And Li Jingli versus Daniel Rodriguez. Nate is fighting Tony 100%. Now, Dana just announced it. Chris says, my screen is white too. I couldn't figure out on Instagram. It's a video for me. You maybe need... Yeah, when I refreshed, he was gone, though. I don't know what weight Jingling... well, they both weighed in at 170. But Jingling... hopefully him and D-Rod are closer to the same weight tomorrow. Heck yeah. It is freeze. King James Official, guys. Dana said it's on UFC Live on Instagram. Ferguson versus Diaz. Yep. Okay, Dana, let's go to the weigh-ins. It's over. Oh, left to go. Yep, thank you. We've been robbed of Nate and Ferguson press conference. I think we're going to get it tonight. I think everybody's going to be watching those weigh-ins in 45 minutes. I know I will be. 274 is looking good now. Or 270, 279, I think is this one. Am I right? Yes, 279. But yes. What's up? Mace DeVitor, it is on. Wow, knew it the whole time with Tony and Diaz. Tony gave it away during the processor. Dana White was just on Instagram. I just watched it. Yes, sir, Kevin. Yes, Holland with the upset. I think he can. Yes. I was just going to ask that. Let's have you call in on the Skype here. Only thing you're not going to get is you're probably not going to get my video because it's being taken by OBS here. So my, I'll just put it up on my screen so you can see it. Anybody can see this and call in on Skype sometimes if we ever do Skype, but I'll just put it up on the screen. It should be easier. All right, so Skype name live Benedict Inc. Email benedictinc@gmail.com. So if you call me there, I will pick up. Yes, Holland can KO Khamzat. I hope so. It's a dream match, Miss Fur. Do you live often? Pretty much every Saturday, like every Fight Companion, almost every UFC, boxing, Bellator. Yeah, we do almost exclusively live actually now. D-Rod with more than Chimaev. Oh, more than Chimaev. Khamzat ended up doing us a favor. Yes, he did. Wow, I would love Kevin to beat Khamzat over 5 round 5. No problem, just audio. All right. Hey, you the man. Thanks for broadcasting, bro. Thanks for coming in, Thomas Anderson. Hope to see you on the stream tomorrow. I'm going to start with the early prelims, guys. We do a long show on here. We're going to go all the way through the main event. Watermelon, yep. Oh, yeah, also ADCC coming up. Jared Gordon's. Anyone else pissed that Diaz isn't? Khamzat. They've been promoting this for months, and then a day away they change it. I never liked the fight, man. I always thought Nate was going to get ran over. I just did. Finally got everything done today, Mike. My mom's celebration of life will be October 1st. All right, thanks, Billy. And, man, my condolences again. That's a horrible thing over there. If you guys send your thoughts and prayers to Billy and the Hughes family. Love you, man. Thanks for the information. No problem. Thanks for coming in, Joker Boom. Oh, it says, isn't fighting. Be back tomorrow. Peace. All right. Peace out, King James. Waiting on you here, Mace DeVitor. Just let me know if for some reason you call. Oh, here we go. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Could not. You do hear me. For some reason, I don't have sound here. So let me figure this out here real quick. Sorry. Been a long time since I used Skype. I have no idea why I don't have any sound here. Oh, it might be an OBS thing. It might be. Can you guys hear his sound? Let me see. Sometimes it's weird. Subscribe, like, good job. This helps his fans a lot. Thank you, man. No problem. It's been a week, bro. Fans a lot. Thank you, man. No problem. No, I can't hear you on here, man. Ah, damn it. Can try Zoom. Okay. All right, I'm gonna close this then. I'm gonna end this call. All right, I accepted your connect though on Skype, so if we can catch that next time. Let me get my Zoom up here. Actually, if you still have your Skype chat up, I'm gonna send you the information, the invitation in there. Oh. Let me schedule a meeting for 3:30. How do I just go live? See, King James, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it was the OBS. But I know I've used Skype with OBS. Well, no, I haven't for a live stream maybe though. Create the meeting if you wish. All right, that sounds good, Vitor.
When we were a motorized bicycle company,
Oh.
they said, you'll never be more.
I don't know what that is.
Honda, the power of dreams.
And sure, not only has a lot been going on today, but a lot has been going on for the past 24 hours, a little bit more than that. And in the end, ladies and gentlemen, we just found out moments ago from UFC President Dana White that we have a brand new main event for UFC 279 going down tomorrow. It is Nate Diaz.
Describe your phone in the past for it to work. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, man.
Khamzat Chimaev missed weight by a lot this morning. Shuffled up the deck. We have a brand new top 3 fights moving forward tomorrow. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, 5-round main event. We got Kevin Holland versus Khamzat Chimaev. And then we got Li Jingliang taking on Daniel Rodriguez. And this is absolute insanity. This whole day has been absolute insanity. And with that, let us bring in my main man, Shaheen Al-Shadi. Shah, we were just talking about this on the MMA Fighting Twitter Spaces, and now here...
All right, we'll see if we're connected here. Can you hear me? Hey, there we go. What's going on, Vitor?
What's up? How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Vitor Macedo, everybody's a voice here.
I'm a little bit mad with Khamzat, you know. What the fuck is... I mean, can you remember a more given fight before that Diaz fight? You know, the whole card was built for Khamzat to send Diaz away from UFC, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah.
And he just fucked up.
I kind of feel like maybe Dana read the room and they kind of came out with a situation to make everybody happy. Or most people happy. I guess not everybody.
So there's a journalist here in Brazil from the Sexto Round. There's a MMA channel. He used to work in Brave. Do you know Brave?
Yeah.
And he was like I don't remember what was his job there, but he used to work and talk to a lot of fighters. and he still has some contact with some fighters. And the channel made a stream like minutes ago, and he told us that maybe success was getting the head of Chimaev. He was not being professional this weekend and the past for some past months, So that's and he used to work in Brave and has a close relationship with some fighters. So and that makes some. I mean we can see that Khamzat was not professional, right? But
Yeah, I agree.
we can clearly see it. But whatever, we have now a dream match.
Yeah.
And who you're picking, Diaz or Ferguson?
I've been thinking about this since we knew it might get announced. I'm actually going to lean towards Ferguson now because I think he hits harder.
Oh, really?
It's almost a toss-up, though, man. It could really go either way. I do think Tony hits harder. I think he might wear Nate down a little bit as it gets into those 4th and 5th rounds.
I don't know if this Tony Ferguson can, the last fight was I was very surprised.
Yeah.
That Tony was wearing makes a lot of damage in Chandler's.
Yeah, he was beating Chandler until he took that kick to the head, to the face.
And not to take away credit for Chandler, but it was a surprise, I think, even for him, But I think Diaz won by decision, and maybe. Can you imagine if Diaz knocked out Ferguson?
That would be crazy, and it could happen. I mean, he hurt Leon Edwards,
and Ferguson has a lot of had been a lot of chin problem in the last fights. So I don't know. Maybe if this happened, Dana will shit bricks. He will not. He'll. I have no idea what could Dana do about it.
And I think there's a lot of people chopping at the bit to fight Leon Edwards, but I mean that could get Nate to resign. If he beats Tony, he's popular enough. He could step into a title shot. I mean, he hurt Leon in that fight.
And I mean, he has a more chance to win a fight against Leon and then against Kamaru Usman,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Diaz, I know he has a lot of fans, a lot of fan base, but I mean, the Diaz days are over. But now I think he has a chance to win. I mean, against Khamzat, I was expecting a murder.
Yeah, I was expecting Chimaev to take him out inside of like 2 or 3 minutes.
But let's see. And now we have. I'm not giving a lot of attention to Holland and Chimaev, but we have more fights now, and let's see.
I really like that fight too. Honestly, I think Holland's a live dog.
Like it?
I think Holland's a live dog in that fight. Holland strikes hard. He's got great submissions. Holland's a tough dude, man.
I mean, now I'm cheering for Holland because Chimaev just he killed himself basically, and I really wish that he Holland beat the living shit of him, But anyways, just before I leave, what do you think about ADCC? Gordon against Galvão.
I think it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Gordon Ryan right now, especially now that he got his diet down.
There's no way André Galvão beats Ryan, right?
That's what I think. I mean, maybe not no way, but my money's definitely on Ryan.
I mean, I'm Brazilian,
Yeah.
you know, but we can't argue against Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
Felipe Pena, it was it was a close match in some way, but clearly Ryan was dominating the fight, and let's see what happened, but we for sure will be Ryan's hand be raised.
Yeah, I think so too.
So thanks for the time, man. It's been
all right. Hey, well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
I think I'm watching for like a year or more the channel, and we never had the chance. So thanks for
I've seen you in there for a while. Hey, yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for the chat, man.
All right.
See you later, my brother.
See you later. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Nice to Vitor, everyone. Bye. Tony versus Nate is actually an even match and would produce more fireworks. Oh, I agree, man. Let me go back to the chat for some of the stuff that people are trying to catch up here. Holland versus Khamzat is going to be fire. I agree, Bo. I'm hoping Kevin makes this a fight. If he wins, he will win by KO. Anyone that does not give him a chance is crazy. I agree. Kevin has a great chance, man. It's going to be funny tomorrow, and all the casual fans that thought UFC 279, Diaz versus Chimaev, and now the whole card's flipped. But I believe it's for the better. Valerie Lynn, thanks for popping in. I agree. Have a great afternoon, everyone. See y'all tomorrow. Diaz Army, loud and clear. Oh, I did turn up. Thank you, Billy. I did see that earlier. Do you think Khamzat still going to have his paid doc for missing weight that badly and risking the entire card? I don't know, because I think so, but I mean, him and Kevin are the same weight, so it's interesting, man. Khamzat has to get doc pay, and it will probably go to Holland for taking the fight. That's true, Khamzat, or Billy, probably. Sorry, what did I miss? Had to go let cousin borrow another quarter of weed flying off the shelf. Did Diaz back out? No, Diaz didn't back out. Khamzat Chimaev missed weight. Now, the new card is as follows. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland. And Li Jingling versus Daniel Rodriguez. That's your top 3 fights. And it's a hell of a card now. Herman says, the MMA gods have spoken. I agree. Tony versus Nate is actually an even match. Produce more fireworks. Mike weigh-in starts soon. Yes. I agree. Khamzat versus Holland. Catch weight, 180 pounds. Yep. Danny making Khamzat move to middleweight after this. It's being said on Twitter. Yeah, he did say something about, I guess, Khamzat had some kind of medical condition that he was having an issue making the weight. So, I guess he's not going to be fighting Kamaru Usman. Khamzat belongs to 185. I think, assuming he beats Kevin Holland, which is a big F, I think he'll get the winner of Pereira and Adesanya. Which I know a lot of people are picking Pereira. I know a lot of people love Glory and they watch that. But my opinion is, in an MMA match, Israel Adesanya is going to kick the shit out of him. And I'll probably put $500 on Adesanya. I plan on betting big on Adesanya. I'm very confident in that fight. No way Khamzat moves to 185, at least permanently. He's literally within a fight from the title at 170. You got to make it, but like we all said, Ryan, or a lot of us said, it doesn't really seem like Khamzat was interested in making that weight today. It seems like he was more interested in taking the Holland fight. If Holland beats Khamzat Chimaev tomorrow, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva press conferences on Monday. I'm very much looking forward to that one too. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready for the weigh-in show 20 minutes from now. I'm just going to go watch it by myself. I'm going to go downstairs, grab a couple beers, maybe a little something to eat, and enjoy the weigh-in show. All the new face-offs will be there. I said Tony versus Nate, Khamzat versus Holland, Li Jingliang. Hopefully he gets to try that suit out now against Daniel Rodriguez. So it's just a ceremonial weigh-in. I guess he could wear a suit. Costa missed weight by 20 pounds and made weight is next week. Just saying. And if you were Khamzat, would you want to fight Izzy or Pereira? Ooh. Would I want to fight Izzy or Pereira? Now, I just told you that I think Izzy is going to beat Pereira. But styles make fights, and I think Pereira hits harder than Israel. There's nothing in the grappling game that Izzy can do to Khamzat. He's got pretty good takedown defense, but I think Khamzat's going to be so big and strong. Even though I know he's fought at 170, the guy's a maniac. Man, I don't like that matchup for Izzy. I think Izzy is a better matchup for him. Chai says, I like that bet, Mike. Yeah, as soon as I get a chance at our live casino, I'm putting my money on Izzy. Saying if I'm Khamzat, I wouldn't want to touch Izzy, at least not yet. Usman or Edwards seems much more attractive. That's true. That's true. He might be a real good matchup for Usman. Because I think he's going to be a better striker. I think the wrestling's going to nullify itself. He might be the only 170-pounder that's as strong or stronger than Usman. That's a tough one. I mean, neither one of those guys is going to ragdoll each. I would really like to see Usman and Chimaev. I think that's a super competitive bout. I like Leon a lot. I don't think he would match up well against Chimaev, though. Just personally, I think that Chimaev's got too many physical gifts. I think he'd overpower Leon. But, I didn't think Leon was going to knock out Usman either. Yes, Izzy can make Khamzat look bad, which wouldn't be good for Khamzat. Well, that's the big thing with Izzy. Izzy's going to have a huge speed advantage. Now that I think about that a little more, I hadn't given a lot of thought to Khamzat versus Izzy or Pereira. He's very, very fast. Izzy's not a big 185er at all. I think he's came in like 183. I don't even know that he cuts weight, to be honest. He might cut a few pounds. I think Chimaev cuts, even when fighting at 185, I think he probably cuts. I think he's probably not. I think his walk-around weight is likely more than Adesanya's. Is his takedown defense a lot better than people think, too? It's really good. It's really good. What we've seen against Blachowicz, though, when he came in, Blachowicz was much bigger. I'm not saying Chimaev is going to be as big as Blachowicz, but we found out what happens when you have a bigger, stronger grappler, and he was able to take Izzy down because it was just a size thing. If Chimaev is cutting from 200, which I assume he will be, and the night of the fight, I could see Chimaev coming in at 200 or north of 200, and Izzy still coming in somewhere around 185. Then it's going to truly be like a speed versus strength kind of matchup. I think Dana said you want to fight Holland, then gain weight to Khamzat, right? You're probably right, Robert. What's up, guys? 25 in the house, and you have 12 hours to do it. Yeah, I think you read the tea leaves correct there, Robert. Sports Center on ESPN is about to discuss the UFC change. All right, I don't even have Sports Center right now. I have ESPN Plus, and I have the what do you call it? I have the pay-per-view. I order the pay-per-views and thanks to ESPN Plus. I don't even have a cable provider right now, though. I got to get another box, Billy. Since I changed to my business internet, this one doesn't come with cable anymore. Okay, says Lytle. All right, guys. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody is here tomorrow for UFC 279 live. What's up, Ryan Holiday? Like your channel, liked and sub. We'll check you out for next one. Got to run, bud. All right, have a good one, Ryan. I hope to see you tomorrow for UFC 279. Let's get an official time as to when we're going to start tomorrow. I'm going to look to see when the early prelims start. 3 o'clock. So 3 to 10. I can do that. I can do that standing still. We'll do a 7-hour stream tomorrow. We'll start at 3. Do you think the guys like Khamzat and maybe, what's up, Curry? Khamzat and maybe Usman are supposed to be a division higher than where they're in now? Yeah, Usman walks around at like 230, dude. And in ONE FC, he's probably a heavyweight. See you tomorrow, Robert. Bye, bro. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Can't wait till the fight's tomorrow. Weigh-ins in 15 minutes. Check them out on, maybe on Sports Center. I don't know. But I know for sure they're on the UFC YouTube channel. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses next time.